So here's my mise en place for the chicken braising. I have my chicken thighs. I have no idea what I said there. I have my onions, my carrots, my celery. All of those are medium diced. I have some salt. I have butcher's twine, which I'm going to use to tie up the chicken thighs in a little bit. I have my boning knife, my cartouche. I have homemade stock. I have the fat removed from the homemade stock. I'm going to use that later. Tomato paste. My components to make a sachet. And here's my herbs to put in the sachet. Peppercorn, bay leaves. I have a little bit of rosemary. Some parsley stems floating around. And then I have some all-purpose flour. A lemon, a microplane to zest the lemon, and then a cutting board. Here's all my stuff, and I'm going to get started in just a minute. So this is just a quick note on the prepping the garlic. For this recipe, I don't want to chop the garlic. All I want to do is smash the garlic, so there's no chopping. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take the side of the knife, I'm going to smash it out with the side of my hand, and that's prepping of the garlic. That's really simple. I just want to show it is a safe method. We don't care if it's minced in this case. So I'm going to take my chicken thighs, I'm going to take them out of the vacuum bag. This process just takes a minute, and I want to make sure I stay clean. So I'm going to take both of those thighs out. I'm prepping a total of 4 chicken thighs. So I have my thigh. I want to make sure that there is no cartilage or connective tissue left in between. And then I'm going to find the fat line that runs right on top of that bone. And I'm going to slice along that bone and then pull the meat as I'm cutting away with my boning knife. You'll see that I'm using the tip of my finger on top of the boning knife. I'm going to slice on each side of the bone, making sure I leave as much meat on the thigh as I can. The boning knife goes underneath the bone, moves in one direction, and then I'm going to scrape with the back of the knife the bone. I'm going to scrape all that meat down. I'm going to cut that away so the bone has been completely released. Okay, so I keep working around the chicken thigh and make sure there's no connective tissue, no bone fragments from fabrication process. Because all that's going to stay inside. Long term, what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to roll it up so the bone is back in the middle, which sounds counterintuitive. But after we're done cooking, we're going to remove the bone, and this is really going to help. So I want to make sure the skin is all the way on the outside of the chicken thigh. I want to make sure there's no skin on the inside. I need to set up my butcher's twine in 2 little straight tracks. They need to be fairly close to each other. You can see there I should have had them a little bit closer. So now I have them set up right next to each other. I'm going to make 2 little ties around them, just a straight knot. You want to make sure that you're not re-strangling the chicken thigh. It just needs to be tight enough where it stays together as one unit. So just a simple knot. And then we're going to take a pair of scissors. We're going to cut off any excess twine. And there we go. Bone rolled and tied chicken thigh with a bone in. Anytime you're braising or cooking anything on the bone, it's going to taste better. So I'm going to do the same thing with the next 3 chicken thighs. Between is I have seasoned the inside of each of the chicken thighs with salt and black pepper. So here I am rolling the chicken thighs. The bone is inside. They've all been trimmed up. I have all this chicken fat and skin left over that I'm going to set aside and discard later. And I'll go through the same process of bone rolling and tying them. So I have my butcher's twine out, I'll lie them out, I'll line them up, and I'm going to speed through this process. Once the chicken thighs are all bone rolled and tied, you're going to liberally season them all the way around with salt, black pepper, and you're going to dust the outside with flour on both sides all the way around.